Hello and welcome back to another episode of Smart Life. What is Smart Life? It's not just a podcast. It's not just my platform. It's not my brand name. It's a smarter way of living with Smart Life. Smart Life is a legacy full circle broker. I want to introduce and welcome back Jaime Paredes. You all know him from my last episode. He is the director of
Agencies.
I always want to say director of sales. He's a director of all. He wears all kinds of hats at Legacy Full Circle and also training. My expertise came from his training. So thank you, Jaime, for that. And welcome back.
Thank you.
Happy New Year. Oh my God.
New Year. We're already
it's
here.
only been 5 days.
Yeah, it feels like just a day ago that we were in the Christmas segment. It's crazy.
Lord. And last Christmas, last Christmas, literally, we were talking about Thanksgiving, what we were thankful for.
Yes. And
here we're coming into the new year, and I wanted to give a shout out to several people out there that through my journey, my beautiful journey in this financial industry, have made it happen for me. I wanted to start off by thanking the Lord. Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you, universe, for everything that has came my way. And I'm welcoming much, much more this year. So thank you for that. And most importantly, I want to thank my husband, my beautiful husband, for everything, all the support, everything that he's had to put up with me through the training, through all the meetings, through all the Zoom meetings, during dinner. But yes, Ernest Lefferman, thank you for all the support you have given, not only myself, my family, our little family, our son, your daughters, your family. Thank you. Besitos. Gracias. I want to thank Sergio and Stephen from Bliss, B-L-I-Z, Bliss. And I just want to thank them from the bottom of my heart. They're an amazing team to work for or work with or collaborate with. They have really, truly made my dreams come true. I want to also acknowledge at this moment my right hand, my partner in crime, Maria Navarro. She's our administrator for Smart Life. And of course, I want to say thank you to my team at Legacy Full Circle, starting from Gabriel and Jaime. I couldn't have done this without you. My upline, Betty Felix, love her dearly. And my team, Joe Galindo, Rick Rodriguez, Jerry Howdiggy, David Luavanos, Elda Cerna, and the rest of my team. I just want to thank you guys. The foundation of this journey that I'm on, it really, it's not just me, What I bring to Smart Life is my heart, my wanting, my passion. That comes free, and it just comes naturally from me. But I again, it's a New Year's, and I just didn't want this year to end without saying thank you to all the little intricate parts that made it happen to me or for me. And so, Jaime, again, I owe you all the training you have given me, endless hours of, going to you with my policies, making sure that that we're serving our customers correctly, that we're serving our families, because they're not customers, they're families. They're our family now. As a fiduciary, I want to say, as that financial expert, that's what I have to give in return. They gave me the time and day to come into their homes, to trust me, and they become my family. So I want to thank them. And I also want to thank one more person. I forgot it. I didn't forget about him. My brother, Ricky. He's my brother, Ricky. Most of you who know me dearly know who Ricky is. He's my quadriplegic brother. And let me tell you, he always has a smile on his face. And when I look at his smile, I forget about all the other things in life, that evolve around us. And maybe not the happiest of moments, everything else. But my brother, Ricky, always has a smile for me. And Jose, hola José, ¿cómo estás? Si me miras, muchísimas gracias por todo el apoyo que me dan, el apoyo y el amor que me brindan. Por siempre voy a estar agradecida contigo, José, y con mi familia, and my mother-in-law. Thank you. Love you so much, Mother, for being there, also supporting me. So I wanted to get that out of the way. I'm sorry it took like what 10 minutes. Should I drop the mic now and walk off the the
Sure.
stage?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just, it just it's important for me to say thank you. And we always
Of
have to
course.
be grateful. I think in life now, even customer service at Starbucks, oh, I shouldn't name companies, but anywhere you go, drive-throughs, I mean, we've lost a little bit of the customer service. And then there's times where, at Starbucks, they're very grateful, hey, can we help you with something else? But a lot of the times that customer service has been lost. Do you agree with me?
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
we're kind of becoming numb as a
Yes.
society, unfortunately.
Yeah. Me, myself, I'll be honest with you. Um, a lot of things are done online now. A big thing for me is when I have a family that trusts me with their life, the coverage for their family. When I get that policy, it goes online. They get it online. But I like to print it out. Why? Because I like to visit my families. I like to spend time with my families, see what's going on, see if there's another need I can help them with. And a lot of the times it's not even needs that relates to insurance. A lot of times it might be needs with, let's say, for example, in my Latin community, immigration. I'm not well versed in immigration, but I'm very resourceful. So do you catch yourself like when you find, you have a family and you service them, they come to you for everything?
Yeah, especially in the Latino, Hispanic
Right?
communities. Right. You become their go-to person.
Yeah, Medi-Cal is like, I don't
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, but I'll find out, right?
but I'll find out,
Yeah.
I'll be back,
Yeah.
stay tuned, But anyways, well, how was your Christmas?
It was awesome. It was
Did you
great.
get a
Thank
bag
you.
of coal?
I got a few bags of coal. Yeah, it was kind of weird. Yeah.
I didn't.
No? Oh, okay. What'd you get?
Nothing.
I don't know. I guess that's better, right? You got to talk to your husband
Hey,
about that one.
versus coal versus nothing.
Yeah.
We changed our way of celebrating Christmas.
Okay.
I think we also have lost the what Christmas is really truly about. It got to a point where, especially being in the financial industry, I have to admit my husband's going to totally agree with me. I don't know if it's not a Grinch thing. I don't spend money on gifts any longer.
Okay.
I think
Is that why you didn't?
that's why I didn't give you anything.
No
Yes.
one. Okay, makes sense now.
But I did invite you to my house to play games, didn't I?
Okay, yes.
So that's what we do for Christmas now. We gather, we play games, and it's a time for gathering and to really embrace the harmony in your family, and no matter what you're going through. But the holidays is just a way to tie everything together and forget about, the quarrels in your family, and get together and let's just have a good time.
Yes.
But New Year's now, New Year's is a time for new resolutions. Would you agree?
Yes. That's the popular thing to do,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you're right.
New resolutions, new change, new ideas, right? New goals,
Yeah.
new body. Hopefully
New
less.
body, yeah.
Hopefully less.
New Year resolutions.
Yeah,
Why do you think
yeah.
I have the book in front of
Yes,
me? No,
yes,
I'm only
yes.
kidding. Look, nice and skinny. No, but it's New Year's resolutions. And, I've gone through it. The yo-yo dieting, you all know what yo-yo dieting is, right? So it's the ups and downs of life,
Yes.
And, but every time there's a New Year's resolution, no matter what it is, it takes planning. In order to get results, you need to plan ahead to lose weight. So how do you plan ahead to lose weight? What's a good way to lose weight? Eating better, right?
Correct.
What else?
Exercise.
Exercise.
Yeah,
What else?
yeah. Strong mentality, right?
Strong mentality, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Going out there and meditating to lose weight. Now I hear a lot about manifestation. Let's manifest it out there. I manifest I'm going to be skinny, right?
Yeah.
And it happens.
Exactly.
No, it doesn't. You
It
still need to
doesn't?
plan.
Oh.
No, you still need to plan. And, so with that said, again, have you ever read the book, what is that? Atomic Habits.
No, I haven't.
No. Oh my gosh. I can't cite the author right now. Sorry for that. But the book is a really good book, and it talks about change consists of little changes.
Mhm.
It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be where I'm not going to eat for 24 hours and I'm going to lose weight. No, it doesn't happen that way. And truth be said, not every diet works for everyone. Our bodies are are built differently.
Yeah.
A carnivore diet isn't going to work for me like it's going to work for you, so on and so forth. But it does take proper planning. And with proper planning comes, you also have to know where you have to start at, where you're at, where are you at in life, before you go into exercise and losing weight. And before you even do that, start off doing the right thing. Go to the doctor, get yourself checked out, get your blood work done, see where you're at in life as far as health is concerned. You have to be aware so that if anything goes wrong, at least you know where you're going. And why I'm saying that is New Year's resolution, just like there's a way to get fit for life, there's a way to get financially fit.
Correct.
Financially fit, and it starts off with knowing where you're at.
Exactly.
Where are you at in life right now? So I would start off with knowing where your finances are at. A lot of people, unfortunately, have debt. So I'm going to write down some pointers because I would like to maybe one day post them out there and help people get financially fit. So what's a good way if we were to talk, like I said, going to the doctors first? In this case, where would we go first?
I mean, one of the things people look at a lot, especially for New Year's resolutions or ideas, would be debt consolidation.
Debt consolidation.
Right. Debt consolidation would be one, right? People looking into trust, right? Or
Trust.
in Spanish, fideicomiso.
I always have a problem saying that. Fideicomiso.
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 Exactly.
Okay, well, I'll lose it.
People get it.
They'll understand it.
No trust.
But, most people, if you say trust, they understand it.
Yeah, they understand it. Exactly.
And I meant trust. Let's go over that one. That one's important. There's many, many, many people out there that own homes and they don't have a trust.
No.
What happens? And I just had the cruel reality. And can I share this case scenario? I mean, just not too long ago, a very dear friend of ours passed away, and she didn't have a trust. And we did get, and I didn't even know that this was even such a word. So for those of you that don't have a trust, don't trust me on this. No pun intended. But holographic will. Have you ever heard of that?
Holographic will?
Yes.
No.
So holographic will is a will that is written by hand. There's witnesses. It could be videotaped, but it's a will. And it carries some weight. I just don't think it carries weight here in California, but it might. I'll tune back with you guys on this because that was very amazing to have found out that it might carry some weight. So if it does, I'll get back to you guys. But versus not having nothing, right? But now with that holographic will, you still have to go the whole 9 yards trying to get the house out of probate or avoid it from going into probate. So having a holographic will doesn't guarantee that you won't go into probate, but there's a slight chance that a lawyer might be able to help you out. So, I mean, you learned something today, right? I never had heard of such a thing.
No.
But if you look it up, you'll learn about what a holographic will is. Okay. But going back to trust, it's very important. Many homeowners keep putting it off, and lo and behold, like my friend, I really pictured her to be here for the holidays. I pictured her being with her family for New Year's, and unfortunately, she's not. And right now, we don't know exactly where the house is going to end up at, but we're hoping, I pray, and I cross my fingers that the holographic will be enough for right now. But going back, can you tell us, you have some experience with trusts. Why is it good to have trust?
Well, I mean, a trust, especially for someone that has a home, like you mentioned earlier, that's one of the main reasons why it's super important, is because of the fact that people that have a trust, once the individual passes away, the family's not fighting over the home, right? Or going into probate, right? And they're spending most of the money paying lawyers just to be able to get the house under their name, right? On top of that, if there's a variety of different children or kids or family members, they start fighting over the percentages.
Yeah, everybody has a right. When you don't have a trust, it's kind of like free game for all.
Well, yeah, everybody could claim it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, they claim it,
exactly,
contest
exactly,
it.
exactly.
They
Contest it. Now, another good reason for a trust also is a lot of people have certain directives when they're gonna pass away, like people that don't want to be put on a respirator, or want to be put on machines,
yeah,
or
advanced directives.
advanced directives, right? Or get revived over again, right? So those
Correct.
are important things, and for some people that's very important. Or depending on certain people have religions. I know that, for example, Jehovah's Witness doesn't allow people to get for them to get blood, you know.
Got it. Got
So,
it. Yes, I've heard
but
that.
that's very important for some people. So trust goes a long way. And when it comes to financial services, trusts are important because of the fact that you could put a lot of your finances or your insurances, your annuities into the trust to
Trust.
protect it. Exactly. It just
Correct.
protects everybody.
Even if in each of the policies and the annuities does have beneficiaries, but it's always good to have that second check, to specify and clarify these funds, who are they for, right? And also, I mean, maybe originally, just think about this, originally when you got your insurance or your annuity, could have been in the year 2000, and you pass on in 2030. That's 30 years have gone by.
Yeah.
But there's a will that got done in 2028. Would that will supersede the beneficiaries on a life policy? That's a good question, I think.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, it's whatever the trust is. That's the directive, right? So you want to make sure that if you do get a life insurance policy, if you have it now or if you get it into the future, that you put the trust as the beneficiary of the policy,
Okay.
and then
Oh,
within the trust, you label who gets
yeah, you
what
dictate.
percentage, you dictate in what and who, and depending.
So you could put the trust. So obviously each trust has a trust name. So you would put the trust name into the beneficiary of the policy.
Correct. Correct.
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I learned something new today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that down so I could tell families about that. That's a
Awesome.
very good point. Thank you for letting me know that. Okay, so what's another good way to get financially fit?
Financially fit. I mean, life insurance, of course, that we've talked about in the past.
Well,
Life insurance.
for those viewers that didn't see us, give us a little rundown on that.
Yeah, last episode we spoke about life insurance for different types of life insurance and why it's important to become financially fit. If you go to any type of financial advisor, they're always going to tell you that the life insurance policy is literally the base, the floor of your entire financial plan, because that's what's going to protect all your assets, right?
Correct.
So you get a life insurance policy to protect in case you die, it protects your family, it protects your home, it protects your investments. There's certain types of life insurance called key man insurance, where business partners protect themselves in case there's a loss of a business person.
Key person
Key person,
policies.
exactly, key
Correct.
person policies.
See,
right?
you trained me well.
Awesome, good. Yeah, well, I'm happy, right? Yeah, and what you've been doing throughout the years, it shows, right? So we're really
Yes.
proud of you. So
Yes,
thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that. Okay, so life insurance. Let's talk about one of my favorite topics, annuities.
Annuities.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think, as I had mentioned before in prior episodes, before I started walking this journey, this beautiful walk, praise you to everybody who has supported me through this journey and continues to. So I'm now getting financially fit. I'm not completely there, and I still have a long ways to go. But before I started this journey, I had nothing, absolutely nothing. I have this beautiful home. And, I get that a lot. It's like, well, I'm going to leave this home to my kids.
Mhm.
And this is what they're living behind. So they don't need no insurance, according to them.
Yeah.
Right. So I have this home and I'm going to leave it to my kids. Well, first of all, how many kids do you have? Right. And if you don't have a trust, well, at the end, whose home is it really? Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And but let's go further before you even pass on. Let's say someone gets severely ill.
Mhm.
You chose not to have life insurance with living benefits, which you could have benefited from the living benefits. But they don't have life insurance, but they have their home. Okay? Weird case scenario. You now need money to take care of you, right?
Exactly.
And now The only way to go is to maybe pull a second on your home, right? But if you are sick, will they be able to pull out a loan that easy?
I mean,
I mean, if there's equity, okay.
yeah,
But if you don't have a job because you're critically ill, chances are that you won't qualify for that loan.
it'll be difficult.
And sometimes families are forced to go into a reverse mortgage,
Exactly.
which we don't want that, because now if it goes into a reverse mortgage, is that home really their children's home?
Well, no, they give it up to the bank.
They give it up to the bank. So those are the case scenarios, and sometimes it's really hard to talk to families about that, to convince them that, we don't know what life brings. We have to be grateful for everything that comes our way, of course, but we don't know. We don't know what's in the grab bag of illnesses. We don't know.
Yeah.
So it's good to pre-plan and be aware that anything can happen. A critical illness, a critical injury, an accident, and God forbid, you're not prepared. But right? So, okay, so we've talked about debt consolidation, trust, life insurance, but let's talk about annuities. And so going to that, proud of this plan, and I'm very proud to talk about annuities, but I'm going to let the expert, like on my cell phone, your name, Jaime Paredes, life expert, but he really will give you, and I want you to talk to them. I want you to tell them how wonderful annuities, and a lot of people don't know what annuities is because they're not used to hearing the word annuities, but in simple format, it's a IRA, right?
That's one annuity. That's one type of annuity, correct? An annuity is a contract.
Very good.
Yeah. An annuity is a contract that is done between you, the customer, and the insurance company, right? And under the annuity umbrella, you have the IRAs and the Roth IRAs, 403Bs.
SEP IRAs for business owners.
Correct, exactly. And a variety of other different annuity products, right? Which are basically IRS codes. It's more than what they are than anything else, right? But annuities, as you know, they're exploding right now, and one of the main reasons they're exploding is because it's a very safe place for someone to place their money, right? So in this environment that we're in right now, everything's very volatile. Right. So we don't know what's going to happen with the market, and a lot of people are getting ready to retire or already in retiring mode. Right. So they need somewhere to place that money where it's safe and still be able to make interest on it.
Keep your thought on that just real quick. I did a rollover about 2 weeks ago. Are you aware of my rollovers? And one rollover, when we started the application, literally, I'm going to say the word correct, literally, like a week and a half ago, a person had, and I'm just going to throw out a number out there, 274,000, right? By the time we were done with the application, which was only a few days later, had $4,000 less.
Yeah.
And granted, I have people that say, oh, the market's up or down. Yeah, it is up. They also take some really deep dives, and they don't notice it because it kind of, checks and balances, it balances itself out. But by the time you're done, it's been now 2 weeks and they're still down that $4,000.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not going to sit here and say that the market is going to continue going up or going down. That's just life. It goes up and down, just like life, up and down, up and down. But the beautiful thing about annuities, can you tell me? It has ups.
Yeah, it has ups and basically none of the downs. So an annuity, right, especially an indexed annuity, right, has what's called a zero guarantee, which means that no matter what the market does, you will never lose a single penny of your principal, right, or any of the equity that it's already built up, right?
Welcome to Frankie. Introducing Frankie.
Frankie he has his plan all set up for him. I helped him out last week, so he's good to go.
It's a she.
Oh, sorry, it's a she. That's right.
Don't let her catch you calling her a he.
It's that name. Yeah. So we set up Frankie with a nice annuity, so he's covered. So he doesn't have to worry about it. So like I was saying, the great thing about annuities is because of the fact that you have that 0% guarantee. So if the market goes down, you don't lose any of the equity that you already built with the interest plus what you've already put in. So a lot of people have a misconception of how the stock market works, or like
Correct.
401ks or certain investments, right? And like you said earlier, you have your ups and downs, right? People
Correct.
could invest their money in basically 3 different types of accounts. You have your fixed accounts, right, which are kind of like your checking accounts,
Your
savings accounts,
savings.
exactly, CDs, something where they declare an interest that they guarantee,
Correct.
and that's what you're stuck in. We have the variable accounts. You have your 401ks, stocks, cryptos, all that good stuff, right?
Up and down.
Up and down, very volatile. And then you have your indexed annuities or indexed accounts, right? Where money gets invested in a variety of different indexes that we're aware of, right?
Correct.
Like S&P 500, right? And others like it. But the beauty of annuities and why it's so popular now is because of the 0% guarantee, number one, and number two, because it also has the upside.
Correct.
And right now, we're in a great time because of the fact that there's basically 2 types of individuals right now, Linda. There are the people that are making the interest and the people that are paying the interest. Exactly,
correct.
right? So we want to get our customers into making the interest, right? And these annuities are a great way, a great vehicle for them to be able to save money for their retirement, right? Have some tax advantages, of course, and at the same time have none of the losses.
Absolutely. Hold your
Yeah.
thought on that. So let's go back now to debt consolidation.
Okay.
That's paying the interest. Correct?
Exactly. People that are paying
So-
that debt are paying the interest.
Correct. So why it's important to clear or go through debt consolidation so that you can clear your debt. It frees up your money to invest your money so that now instead of paying interest, you're getting paid interest. Do you see how that works? So instead of paying interest, interest gets paid to you. I always tell people, make your money work. Work for you. Okay? Instead of you working for your money. Right? Alrighty. So that's great. I love it. What's another good thing about annuities?
Another good thing about annuities is that a lot
Compound
of
interest.
sorry?
Compound interest.
Well, compound interest, of course, right? And yes, exactly. That's interest on top of interest on top of interest. What did Albert Einstein said that was like the 7th wonder of the world, right? Compound
Correct.
interest. Another great thing is that a lot of these insurance companies that we do business with, which are all A-rated companies, by the way,
Correct.
and have bonus incentives.
Oh, yes.
They have huge bonus incentives,
Yes,
right?
right now North American, I believe, has a 23% bonus interest.
Correct. It's about to end pretty
And
soon.
yes,
but
yes,
it's
yes.
but they do have a bonus, right? That you could get up to like 19% and in some cases up to 23% bonus.
Correct.
Right. So just to keep it simple for reviewers, if someone has $100,000 in their old 401k, and they rolling over that money into an indexed annuity with us, they automatically get that percentage, let's just say 20% bonus. So they start their account the very first day with $120,000.
Yes.
Right, $120,000, and then they start growing from there.
Yes.
And the
yes.
beauty of it, from the company that you just mentioned, as of now, what ends up happening is they give you that bonus on any new money for the next 3 years.
Yes, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. There's so many benefits of annuities. And
Yes.
again, learning and doing the way I am, I dive deep into research because I want to know that the service that I'm providing is backed up by not only facts, but even my own research, I wouldn't sell anybody anything that I wouldn't buy myself,
Which is
and
a
that's
big
exactly
thing.
what
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I went and got myself an IUL, and even at my age, I mean, was it the right thing to do? I believe so, because I'm going to make some money in the future regardless, and I'm able to take out a loan if I really need it. So if I get sick, I'll do that, you know. But then I also have my annuity, and I'm going to let it defer or grow for 10 years. And now some people have the misconceptions like, oh, I'm going to lock up my money for 10 years, but you don't. You have access to about 10% a year. Is that correct?
Correct.
Correct. So, some people, are currently working. Now, what I've found out is if you're working and you have a 401k, it's not as easy to roll over a 401k if you're still working and the company is still matching. So what I would say, if the company is still matching, just stay there because they're matching your 401k. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, if you've been there for years and let's say you have a substantial amount, I mean, quote me if I'm wrong. I mean, there's some companies that will do like a partial rollover.
Some,
So,
correct.
yeah, so not everyone, but inquire about it. You know, if you have a substantial amount and they're still contributing to it, or maybe they're not, ask and see if you could do a partial rollover into an annuity, and at least you protect that half. That is not as volatile as your 401k. If they allow you to roll over your whole amount, you've been there for years, then that's great. Then you can start, putting your money in safer plans that at the end of the day you're not losing any money. And I mean, anything that you want to add to annuities?
Well, I mean, see, you touched on the 401ks, right? So the sad part about the 401ks is the fact that they're controlled by the market more than anything else,
That is
right?
true.
So if we have individuals that are getting into the years of their retirement, let's just say they want to retire anywhere between 59 and 65 or 70 years old, if the market turns on them and it goes on a
Oh,
downtrend,
yes.
right, what we call a bear market, then unfortunately they start losing that percentage that they've already gained.
Correct.
And for them to reclaim that
At that age,
at that age
especially.
is so difficult. You really can't unless you're going to be working into your 80s or 90s,
Correct.
right? So it's very important for individuals or your viewers that if they have old 401k plans, right, that they were just having sitting there, right?
Yeah.
They're just sitting ducks, especially right now because we don't know how the market's gonna turn, right? So I would suggest that they reach out to you, of course, and get some information, get how the accounts work, how the
Yes.
bonuses work to see if they qualify for any of that, and the interest rates. Like we have a company right now called Athene, yeah,
Amazing.
that uses an index powered by AI. You know what I mean? That's doing amazing. That the returns are incredible.
Yes.
But
Yeah, I believe in the last 10 years, I did an illustration just recently. I think it performed about a 16.9%.
that's amazing.
I mean, that's amazing returns. I mean, what bank is going to give you 16.9%? And this is not numbers that I'm fabricating. These are true numbers of the performance that annuity, that particular annuity, in this case, I think it was the Performance Elite plan for Athene, in the last 10 years. So these are not numbers that Jaime and I are going to fabricate. You can do your research, and that's what that particular plan performed at in the last 10 years. So I was very proud to talk about that particular plan to one of my clients. And I think within 3 years, she's going to break 1.1 million.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. So, and these are just this one case scenario. My customer had 3 401ks, from one. Drink water. Alexa, thank you. Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
But
Thanks, Alexa.
this particular client had started and ended different jobs throughout her lifetime since she was young. And every time she left work, I'm assuming that every work she worked at, they asked her if she wanted a 401k. Best decision she ever made. And all these little 401ks, when she would leave work, they would roll over. And they just sat there. Like sitting ducks, but, gratefully, she was able to grow her 401ks. And now we're able to save all those 3 401ks, put it into a safe plan where it's going to continue to grow and no more, below zero.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about the losses.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of her, and I wish her lots of luck, and I'm very proud to be part of her life moving forward until I decide to leave this industry, which will probably never. I mean, I'm so in love with it. But anything else? Anything else that we can enlighten our viewers?
Well, one of the things you spoke about was the interest rates, right? The interest rates, right? And that's very important because there's 3 things that people have to have in order for their money to grow, right? Whether it's either time, interest, or the money, right? But you have to have at least 2 of them for it to work for you, right? So there's a rule out there called the rule of 72. The rule of 72 says that whatever interest rate you're getting, you divide it by 72, and it'll tell you what your money, how many
long?
years it would take for your money to double.
Double.
Right? So to give you an example, right? So we do this all the time, right? We go to the bank and we invest our money in the bank, right? So we take our $10,000, we take it into the bank, right? And the bank gives us nothing, right? So let's just say you're getting 1%, Linda, right? Let's say you're getting 1% and you're in your 30s, whatever the case may be, right? If you take that 72 and you divide it by the 1%, your $10,000, it's gonna take 72 years for it to double to $20,000.
Yeah.
But they're gonna take that same $10,000, Linda, and they're gonna let your aunt borrow it in a credit card. They're gonna
yes.
charge her 30%.
Yeah, 29 point something percent. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But take that same 30% and divide it by the rule of 72. The bank is doubling their money every 2.4 years. So while it's taking you till age 102 for you to double your money, they're doubling your money every two and a half years. Yeah. So instead, let's go back to.
How is that even right?
Oh, it isn't, and that's the thing. But here's the thing: that's why it's and a podcast like yours are very important.
Yes.
Is to get this information out to individuals so they understand what's out there. And going back to what you said earlier, you know, you're either the person that's getting the interest or you're the person that's paying the interest, right? So we want to get our clients and we want to help our clients be in a position where they're the ones that are getting the interest.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and putting them into accounts that are safe for them, right? With great companies. I mean, North American is one of the companies that you love to use, and that company's been around since 187.
1887.
Yes, it's amazing.
To be
it's
exact.
an A-rated company, over $4.8 billion in assets. It's just an amazing company.
Yes.
That's one of many that we have in our arsenal.
Yes, we have many. Yes.
Yes.
And they're all great companies, amazing companies. I mean, that's one thing I learned about Legacy Full Circle is that you partner up with only the best.
Only the best.
So,
all our companies are A-rated.
Yeah, A-rated. So remember that. So even though we're not debt consolidators, you know, in my team, we live smarter. And even though I might not be able to answer all your questions about starting with the first one, debt consolidation, please reach out to me. On my platform, this page will be up soon. I am collaborating and networking with different individuals that will help our families with different areas in life, you know, whether it be taxes, debt consolidation, trust wills, advanced directives, Medicare, public, is it notary public or public notary? That's always
Notary
the community.
public.
Okay, notary public services or notary services, right? Notary services. And just an array of different financial services that we're going to have in our platform. And I'm a firm believer of networking. So if you're out there and you're one of my viewers and you would like to be part of my platform, please, let's collaborate. Let's help families. At the end of the day, it's not about whether you make money or we make money. It's not about that. I've always said it's not about the commission. It's about the mission. And that truly comes from the bottom of my heart. I'm my ball game, my whole thing. Oh, ball game. I have to talk to you about ball game. But my whole thing is protecting families. I sleep better at night. I wake up, rejoice, just knowing that there's one more family protected, one more child protected. And talking about child, there's another one that we can put on our list. The $1 million baby policy. I kind of touched on that last time, but I think I might have even confused myself. But talk to me about the $1 million baby policy.
A $1 million baby policy is a nickname that they put for a policy called an IUL, the Index Universal Life that we spoke about last time, right? So a lot of individuals like parents and grandparents, you know what I mean? They want to set up their children for the future. What better way than set them up with an IUL that's correctly funded, right? For them to be able to have a chance to have $1 million at a certain point in their age. You know, we did some illustrations just recently where we had a 2-year-old, right, where the family member was putting in about $100, and the illustration was showing by the time the kid reached the age of 58, 59 years old, they already had $1 million in cash value, plus their $1.5 million policy in life insurance, plus their living benefits.
Yes.
You know, so they literally hooked them up for life.
Yeah, well, that one's that one. Then there's another one that I did the illustration for was $5,000 annually just for 10 years.
Yeah, that's another way to do it.
Just for 10 years. And at the age of 52, that baby had like 1.2 million.
Awesome.
And that's only because our illustrations illustrate very conservatively. I can't even say that word.
Conservative. Yeah. Wow, you got me going too. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I started
Yeah, very conservative. Wow.
conservatively.
Yes, we're gonna have to write that one down. We need to correct our spelling there and how to speak. Yeah.
Okay, conservatively.
Yes, I'll go with that.
Okay, that one. But and I think the last time I seen this one illustration, I think it was growing at 8.74. I think. Oh no, I think it was lower. It wasn't at 6.
It's around that area.
Yeah, 6. But they grow between 9-12% or so that I've seen in the last 10 years.
Depending on the index, yeah.
But still, even at, let's say, 9 and 12%, what bank is going to give you that? No bank, right? I mean, even those, what are those, SoFi, I think they're giving about a 4%.
For their CDs or money market accounts?
Yeah, that money market accounts, okay?
Yeah.
So no bank's going to give you the 9 to 11, 12%. So even an IUL. So even though, and sometimes, unfortunately, social media, just like it's good, social media is bad. And, there's always going to be those competitors talking wrong about product. It's always your competitors. But in all reality, I'll be honest with you, there's a plan for everyone. It's not about what you pay into the plan. It's the way it's structured. So it doesn't necessarily have to be with me or Jaime. Just if you have an insurance agent, just make sure that they give you the time and day to sit down with you, explain what your policy is about, what it covers, what it doesn't cover, and how it's structured. Have them show you the illustrations, where you'll be today, where you'll be tomorrow, where you'll be in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, okay? Make sure that the policy that is being sold to you doesn't lapse. What is lapse? Can you tell me a little bit about lapse?
Well, a lapse happens in a lot of insurance policies when the individual doesn't pay their policy payments, or they forgot, or they're not aware. That what ends up happening is, over time, if the insurance company doesn't get those payments, they could lapse their policy. In other words, the policy ends. But
there's another way too, when you underfund a policy as well too, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's a little bit more technical. If you're underfunding policies, that happens also. So that's why, to your point, it's very important to get with the right individuals to set you up correctly, so none of that ever happens to you.
Correct.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of technical terms, and I don't mean to throw you off for a loop. I'm just saying, get together with someone that can explain to you, even if it's in layman terms. Believe me, I use ChatGPT sometimes and say, explain it to me in layman terms, 5th grade level sometimes, because I want to explain it in layman terms. There's going to be people and viewers that are way more advanced, and kudos for you. Maybe you can teach me a thing or two, right? But there's a lot of families that are out there that don't understand and would like the opportunity to sit with someone and really explain. Even if it's not my policy, I'm not here to take anybody's job away. I'm not here to talk bad about companies. I'm a proud Latina businesswoman. I will sit down with you. I will tell you what you have if you need that advice. I'm not trying to take your business. I'm just trying to tell you where you're at with your policy. And if there's anything that we can do for you, please feel free to call 949-SMART-30. Again, that's 949-SMART-30. That's Smart Life Forever. Anything else that you can add for this to this episode?
No, just Happy New Year's, or what are your New Year's resolutions?
Oh, wow. There's so much. First of all, staying fit, but to continue just growing my generational wealth. I didn't even know what generational wealth was before, but I've started with my own son. I only have my one son. Hi, Chris, if you're there, my pride and joy. And just guiding him the way my mom, I love my mom. She was an immigrant, hard worker, but wasn't financially educated. But she did a darn good job. Look at me. Right? If I was half the woman she was, boy, would I be, what a woman I would be. But I'm proud of what she raised, and I hope I make her proud. She's up in heaven now. But I think I make my brother Joe proud and my brother Ricky proud. And But I think it's just continue to get myself financially more fit so that I can share my experiences with families in hopes that they would follow in my footsteps and make their life easier. And I could tell you that I sleep better at night. There's still some things that I need to fine tune, like revisiting our trust, because we did our trust prior to me getting insurance. So I would like to redo my trust and add my policies to it as well.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
What are you going to do?
Me?
What's your New Year's resolution?
Well, of course, attempt to lose another 30 pounds like the same one I did last year.
Yeah,
right?
but don't try
Yeah.
the same plan as last year, because obviously it didn't work.
Yes, as you could see,
Okay.
right? As you could see, right?
I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
I want to change
I'm
it up.
kidding.
I want to do the drink water every day plan and not anything else. So I mean, there's that one.
You know,
Right.
the carnivore diet. Oh my God, I love steak. Give me a
Yeah, yeah.
steak. You know, give me a right.
Yeah,
rib
I
eye.
tried that too, but then my fat toe started hurting.
Yes, I
Yeah.
got inflammation with all the meat. Like
Yes,
the
yes,
liver was
yes.
like working like really super hard. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
what are you
yeah.
doing to me? You
So
know?
that didn't work.
Yeah, that didn't work for me. It worked, but it worked for my niece, Bahari. Hi, Bahari. If you're out there, she looks amazing. I mean, the
Yeah.
carnivore diet just, darn it, she looks hot.
I
She
don't
looks
know.
beautiful.
So we'll
You
see.
know, just-
Maybe I'm looking for that. I'll wait for the secret amazing pill. And
Well,
I'll
no,
go there.
again, let's go back to the basics. The basics are easy, guys. Okay? Just like it is in health. Visit your doctor, get a good blood panel, just so you know your starting point. What's your baseline? Where's your starting point? Again, financially, go with a financial professional. See where you're at financially. Lay out everything on the table. What do you have or what don't you have? You know, there's a tool in my website called DIME, and that stands for, is it the DIME, right? The D stands for
Death?
yeah, there we go. Debt, income, mortgage, and
education,
everything else.
Education and everything
Education
else.
and everything else. So that's what you have to think about: your debt, your income, and when they think about income, when you do the this tool on my online, when you say income, how much income would they like to leave behind? How many years, right?
Correct.
Explain it a little better.
Correct. Yeah. The DIME method, it just teaches individuals of how to come up with a number of what they need to have for their death benefit.
Correct.
Right. So how much, in other words, for their final expense,
Yeah.
how much income,
insurance do they need?
exactly. Yeah. How much income of years do they want to live for their family, right?
Correct.
For their home, if they have a mortgage, they want to make sure it's covered. And then the education for their children, of course, since it's so expensive right now.
Correct. So as you see, there's so much to the financial world that you can learn, and it's so much fun. I used to think finance, boring, but it isn't. I wish I would have majored. Not only I majored in business with the in marketing, but I wish I would have went for the finance. And even in finance, I'll be honest with you, everything I've learned today, even being an educated woman, none of this I learned in college. None of this I learned in school. They don't teach you that. And I don't know. I mean, this is just my mentality. They don't teach you this because they want us to stay in debt and pay that interest, right? But now you have your educators here. Okay. So educate yourself to protect your family. So continue to, follow me at Smart Life so that you can be educated, be protected, and live smart. See you next time. Okay.
Count us down, Linda.
Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,